Oh, how's it going, everybody? First off, how's the audio? Can you all hear me? Just coming through. Mic check. 1, 2. Let me know. Let me know how the audio is, guys, in the chat. All right, I see you guys are all saying good. All right. How's everybody doing? Try and get this mic repositioned. I'm using my Rode mic right here. So, all right, let's start. Let's see what's in this box. I'm gonna try and watch the chat and do what I'm doing here. My computer's over there, so I gotta run back and forth. I didn't have time to move a monitor, so. All right. Normal, ordinary box with some Freedom tape on it from Yankee. You guys haven't subscribed to Yankee, go do it. He's one funny guy. I'm gonna use a standard issue Gerber, nothing fancy. He says open it with a grenade. I'm gonna move my chat screen so I can see it a little better. Alright, I got the chat positioned. Let's do this. Oh, without cutting too deep, right? God, this freedom tape. You gotta cut through this stuff. All right. Here we go. So I know what this is in a freedom bag, and I liked Yankees live stream so much that I instantly had to go and order one before he ran out of them. Right there. So Yankee has these on his web store, which there's actually a link below in the comments. So you guys go order yourself some Yankee swag. So I will be wearing this. Right. So there it is. Now he said there was some damage on yep, right there. I don't know if you can all see that. Looks like it autofocus, but it looks like the fan was damaged. This was prior to him shipping it to me, so we'll investigate that, make sure there's nothing short in there. And from my understanding, I'm guessing it just doesn't hash. Is that right, Yankee? Doesn't power up or any. The computer probably powers up, if I'm not mistaken, but nothing else works on it. Let's see if I have a long enough cord. Have just a long enough cord to reach. Sorry, just a long enough cord to reach from my PDU. So, all right, he says no power. So, what we'll do is we'll open this up like he did. Take this cover off. I seen that there was 2 bus bars, so we'll get power to it and hook up the multimeter and see if we can get power on those 12-volt bus rails. I'm assuming they're 12, maybe more. We'll see. Anonymous says let's open it, so we're gonna open it. He said, rip it apart. Oh. No hash, no cash. Alright. What you got? So, pretty standard switching PSU, it looks like. Doesn't look like there's any damage going in right there. Oh, wait. Or is that just dust? Yeah, it looks like it just might be some dust built up on that wiring harness. Suspenseful music. Is the background music too loud or is it just right? See if there's any specs. See the specs on this real quick. It might be on the bottom side. Nope. Alright, well. Yep, it's dead. So no power from the power supply at all. Forgot my little screw bins outside, so we're gonna have to keep track of all these. I know this is the bus bar screws. Man, this thing took a beating on this side too. It's all been up right here during shipping. It must have been how it came from Canada. Ooh. I don't like how that board's loose. Yeah, we can fix the PSU. It's probably a capacitor, MOSFET, or you might just something simple like a fuse. So we'll open this PSU up first and get it to actually turn on, because at that point, if the PSU is not even turning on, we're not going to get anywhere. So I think the ASIC's fine. It's the PSU that's dead. Alright, had to get a drink of water. You guys are putting me on the spot here. Alright. Almost there. It's probably from the fan, but a little bit of black there. Yeah, it's a lot of dust caked in there. Alright, so something simple, just in the view. I can tell right here, see if I can get in close enough. This right here, most likely, that looks like a glass fuse, so we'll check that too, and hopefully it's something simple, just a fuse. I don't know, that indicates almost a fuse style component. So let's see what the label says on the board. Is it labeled FU? Yep, it is labeled as a fuse. So that's the starting point. Yeah, for the dirty part of it, man, that transformer looks like it's offset too. Wow, it's like setting back on the PCB, like it didn't go all the way through on the through holes. But Panda said that I had to use a special. If I clean anything with the ultrasonic cleaner, I have to use Windex, guys. That's what he said. So I'm going to see what the best way is to get a test lead on after this fuse. Looks like I'm going to have to go from the bottom of the board. That sucks. We got relay, MOSFETs, here. And everything's covered in the epoxy, so that just makes it even worse. Windex fixes everything, says Texinji. So there's a bunch of epoxy in here. If I can get enough of it away, we can get a test lead on this fuse and see if we're getting power through it. And then if that works, we'll just continue down the chain, because we're gonna, it's kind of AC in this part of the board, and then it starts getting switched to DC here before it ends up leaving as DC on this side. Yeah, smash them likes, guys. Don't forget. Oh, I can't tell. Yep. So it looks like it's a 20, does it say a 20 amp fuse? That doesn't even sound right. Or is that a 2? Yeah, I gotta throw it under the microscope real quick. Yeah, so it says it's a 250 VAC 20 amp fuse, which what's the wattage on this thing? See if we can get in there. No, D miners. That's a good point. No, it does not. We can once we figure out the output voltage of it, which isn't really hard to figure out, we could retrofit like a server PSU onto this thing to see if we can get the fire up to make sure the hashing boards. Or I do have a rack-mounted programmable PSU that's not here. It's out in the shop and it's too big to move. But we could set the voltages and power the ASIC from an external source. It does not have to be this power supply. We just have to make sure we match all the proper voltages back to the outputs and into the ASIC. So if we can't fix this one, then we can surely retrofit another one on. From my understanding, they tried to source one of these and they couldn't get one, or it was too costly or worth more than what it was to ship it. Yeah, this fuse is like, yeah, it's a fuse. So either there's a dead short on the board and it blew the fuse, or the fuse is just bad and we just gotta solder a new one in. So this looks like, hopefully this is just gonna be an easy fix. See if I can get some more of this peeled back without damaging too much. And then if it's the fuse, I'll do that on a different day, and we'll take this out and I'll basically set everything up on my AmScope microscope, and then you guys can watch the magnified version of me soldering it and the overhead camera. And I probably have all the parts for this too. And I don't want to jumper it, so I know someone's going to say that. Just jumper it and see if it works. I don't want to do that because if we jumper it and there is a dead short on the board, then we're going to cause more damage to it. The fuse blew for a reason. Tech Man says put a 30 amp in it. That's right. Just put a bigger one in. Come on. What time is it? 7:30. After this, we're all gonna go over to Max Voltage. He's gonna be streaming, so we're gonna raid him at 8 o'clock. So don't let me forget about the time, guys. Yep, so I think we can see the damage now. Gosh, what'd you do to this thing, Yankee? This thing straight disintegrated the glass off the fuse. Putting that extra power on it. He skipped the single phase and put 3-phase straight on it. Got all 3 hots on it at the same time. See if we can, oh, it's probably gonna be too dark. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if it's gonna autofocus, but it's right there. Just all black, so good deal. Not getting the rest of it apart's a different story. Oh, let's see. Hopefully there's no... Yeah, so in good shape. On a lot of these switching PSUs, they really screw you because they put the MOSFETs and the heat sinks on these outside. So then you got to take them all apart here. And then all the board screws out to take it out. Luckily, they're all centralized in the middle of the board. So we'll leave all these connected. Any of these screws. Great Baldini, what are you doing? Get out of here. Where's the last two? Right here. Yeah, if I do it, Golden Wolf, I'll probably put it in a a housing. I do have some housings in the inventory, I think, so we can drill like a 10mm hole so you can externally replace it. That's probably smart. Yeah, I could also jumper it on an external holder, but I wasn't expecting it to maybe be this easy of a fix. I mean, it's a fuse. How lucky do you get? Alright, one more. Where was it? Nope, that was all of them. Alright, never mind. Alright. So that screw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright. This thing should slide out of here, hopefully. Bend these sides back. Big Wooly. You better stop slamming that door in my face. He said, Rick said, quit using your knife as a pry bar. I was trying to get the heat shrink off of the fuse so I could expose it to make sure it blew. Back in camera every time I can. I'll be on later, Big Wooly. I'm gonna get you back. Couple sticky pads. Pretty big bus bars. These things are massive. So doesn't look like any damage. So I'm thinking it was just a fuse for whatever reason. Let's double check. Where's that plastic? I just seen it. Oh, it stayed on there. All right, seeing stuff. Well, the mobs are good. Caps look good. You tell her I said hi back, Max Foliage. Trying to catch up on chat. Techman says jump it. I don't have the equipment on me to jump it down here. All my electronic stuff is outside. I brought the basic. I brought the junk meter, so if I blew it up, I didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, there's a better shot of that fuse. Doesn't look like any more damage on it, so. Alright, sorry. Said use a 22. Well, we got 5.56, 22, or 9mm. Or we can use a shotgun, that's okay too. We got a 10 gauge, 12 gauge, 20 gauge. So I think this is gonna be fixable. I'm gonna get the parts and resolder this fuse in, and hopefully it fixes it and we're not gonna chase a bigger problem. Because usually if it's gonna blow again, that means we have a short somewhere else. And then that means it's most likely gonna be in our MOSFETs, shorting out internally. Because I don't see anything on any of the inductors, or everything else looks good. This has got to be the, yeah, the DC to DC. It's got the heat sink on it, so. He says not closing the stream until it's fixed. Alright. Well, I'll have to go open the gun cabinet. We can fix it. But I don't know if you heard Panda. It's luckily it looks like it's just a fuse. So we can solder a new one of those. I just got to go out to the shop and see if I have. I know I have 20 amp fuses out there, so I'll have to go through and dig them out, and then we can solder a new one on. I'll put it in a new holder because I don't think any of the ones I have are leaded. They're all snap-in or twist-fit style fuses, so 25-cent fix. And then I might also, I think I got a Delta Asic fan to replace this one. I think I got another Asic we can cannibalize it off of. Yeah, we can take it off this one. We don't use this one anymore. So take a fan off. B-Stock got even with me for you, okay? Is B-Stock dropping? Am I missing something? Ha! Techman wants me to jump it. Now, here's the problem with jumping it. If it is dead shorted somewhere in the MOSFETs or the DC conversion somewhere, it's gonna make a big, it's gonna catch fire. So I'll have to grab my extinguisher. If that doesn't happen, then yeah, it's gonna turn on perfectly fine. But then the safety's missing. So. We got about 20 minutes to kill before Max's live stream. So make sure you guys are ready for that. Somebody can drop a link for that in chat. Yeah, I mean, they do sell PSUs, but Techman, I think the problem was they couldn't source this one from the supplier. So we could we could find one that matches it. That's not a problem. Almost 30 of you on here. Starting to feel like an important YouTuber now. Thank you, Great Baldini. Oh, nice. The 1660s. Yeah, for $219, that's a good deal. They maxed me out. I can't buy anymore under my account because I bought everything I could. So they deny me now. I got all the 1660s and the 20 series cards from them. So the only thing I can buy is 3000 series. Yeah, Rick. Yeah, custom power supply. I could probably source it cheaper from my automation distributor because I do a lot of automation like CNC repairs in the cabinet, control installs. So I have a supplier that I could probably get a replacement supply from him if I wanted to. But the whole point of this is maybe we can all learn something and we replace this fuse and it's fine and we go with it. So kind of want to do some more of this with video cards and everything kind of computer crypto related that we can kind of go through this together and troubleshoot. Yeah, Red Panda, we can do that. We can put a server PSU on it. I just got to make sure that these two rails are 12 volt. We got to make sure the power matches. So if this is 12 volt, then yeah, I can hotwire a server PSU to it, no problem. Get a breakout board and make a custom bus bar wiring and mount it. So that's the worst case. Did you say nice desk, Big Wooly? My wife did that wood engraving. This came off from our old house. We had custom built-in cabinets that me and her built. And our tenants, it was rental property. When we moved out, they ripped the cabinets out. They were all solid oak. We hand built them, so I took them with me. Now I kind of use it as a tabletop to work on. Mrs. Crypto. Oh, you guys. So, troubleshoot with Yankee, step 1. Turn it on, step 2. Didn't turn on, step 3. No, shoot. Hit yes, continue. Yes, Yankee. Right here. See, right there. Try. Yeah, Golden Wolf, we do. We can put one right next to the power switch. So we can drill and put an external one where you just twist the cap 90 degrees and the fuse comes out. I think we have enough room because that 20 millimeter fan, it sticks out far enough, and if we use a mini fuse like what's in there, we should be able to. You guys. So we'll do that. But I don't really think there's anything else wrong with this. Looks like it's just a basic fuse, and we can put it back together. So I'll record doing that, and then post a video on it, and then we'll go from there. If it still doesn't work, then we'll be on another live stream trying to troubleshoot some more of it. Teaspoon, have a good night. Try not to lose all these screws. There we go. Got all the covers. Gotta add the extra hash rate. Oh, alright, we'll sit down here. Anybody got any questions before we head over to max voltage? Try and answer them as best as I can. Fix my monitor. Alright, don't forget we're all rating max voltage after this. What's the skid marks? Yeah, that's 56. That looks like dust. Move my water. All the black marks. So this end was where the fan was. There was some right here, which this part, if I'm not mistaken, it sat something like that. So it's picking up dust off the transformer, which is probably right because it's creating an electromagnetic field, creating that whole ion effect. So it's probably naturally bringing dust over to it. Or just how it was being blown through and it hit those spots. But yeah, that's just, that's dust, which we can clean that. Red Panda sent me a bottle of Windex for the ultrasonic cleaner, so. So I will be doing a discard next. We're gonna tear it down, not tonight obviously, a different day, but it needs new fans, and then we gotta clean it, repad it, and then I'm giving this GPU away because of the 1K sub, so stay tuned for that. TPS miner. I just kind of did this growing up. I always took my Christmas presents apart when I was a kid, like all my electronics. I was always trying to figure out how to make them better. So I just kind of grew up around doing this. I don't have any, you know, degree or anything in it. I just self-learning hobby. I enjoy doing it. It's a lot of troubleshooting. And MC, no, that wasn't a 1066 gig. That's a RX 480 8 gig card. Red Panda. Yeah, it's gonna be fixed for sure. It's just that fuse. I don't see any damage unless there's something shorted inside of the ASIC itself on the hashing chips. But I think I would see more damage on the back end of the board where the MOSFETs work, because they would take most of the damage at first, all the load. So we'll see. We'll put a new fuse in it and see if it takes off again. But everybody get ready to raid Max. I think he's ready. I don't know if he's ready or not. There you go, Red Panda. Now you can ban yourself. But I'm going to head over to Max Voltage. So thanks for coming by, guys. I don't have an exit live stream scene yet, so just going to kind of end. But yep, I will post an update video when I get it running, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. Yep. Guess I gotta be logged in. Yep, that's right. Now Panda can ban himself. Alright. Yeah, for sure. I'll update everybody when I get it up and running, and we'll go from there. Hopefully it is as easy as it looks, so it wasn't that bad. So you guys all have a good night. I am going to end this stream. Thank you for coming by. Smash the thumbs up on the way out, and don't forget to subscribe. Ha! 56. That's Panda's ramen noodle money. He needs it running. That's right. He needs more ramen noodles. You guys have a good night.